Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Shogun Season 1, Episode 4. I just watched the Episode 3. If you want to see my reaction video about it, I'm gonna put the link into the I'm gonna put the link also for the playlist that I made for Shogun, in case you want to watch all of my reaction videos for it, with all of the episodes into the chronological order. If you're discovering me with this video, check that playlist and check all of the other playlists, you know, that I made for all of the shows, animes and all that I'm reacting to on my channel. Maybe we're already watching some of them and we can rewatch them together, maybe. Check that if you can be interested. Like I said, I just watched the episode 3, which was so great. Like, really, it was intense with some action moments and all. It was so cool. I loved it a lot. I hope that, you know, for the YouTube version, I'm not going to be forced to cut too much. You know, I'm respecting the fair use rules on YouTube, so if you want really everything, it's on my Patreon. Like, you have a longer reaction part with the level 2 and you have the full reaction part, everything with the level 3. So if you're feeling a little frustrated by the version that I posted on YouTube for the previous episode, you can have my Patreon if you want more. But yes, that was so great, and you know, I said it at multiple occasions, they don't want to play with music and with pictures in each episode for each scene and stuff like that. They're gonna do it only for big scenes, and the last episode proved that I was right, because we had two particular moments during which they played a little more with the music, a little more with the camera, and it was that moment when Mariko's husband knew that it was too late to go with everyone and accepted his fate, saluted, you know, his lord, looked at her, turned himself, faced death, you know, and ran into death. And that was such a good moment, and I said it, I think that this show wants to talk a lot about that, about death, honorable death. Already the first episode was turned around that, beginning it with the captain of the engine's boat who wanted to kill himself because he didn't want to starve, he didn't want to get sick. He thought that killing himself, it was more honorable, it was better to die like that, so he did it. And at the end of the same episode, when that guy was ready to kill himself because he was drowning, he didn't know how to swim and all, this time the engine accepted that, thought that it was honorable. And right there, during the previous episode, we had that again with that warrior who knew that he would die and who just ran into it like that because he preferred to face death like that. He thought that it was more honorable to die like that. So yes, it's really a subject, and I think that it's really a subject also for the character, the main character, the engine, and the fact that he can see all of these people doing that. And for a guy like him, who maybe didn't have that sense of honor before, we know that he was a pirate, we know how he's talking also, all of his attitude. So I think that maybe little by little, it's gonna change his mind, his way to be, to think. So yes, it's important for the show, but also for him, I think. At the end of the previous episode, he's jumping into the ocean, you know, with the Lord and all. They are not friends, and I'm never gonna think that they are, because the Lord made it clear that he has no friend, that everyone can turn to be his enemy also at some point. It's like that, he accepted it, and he would want for his son to think the same and to be the same, but his son is too loyal, too dedicated to him, and that's why he's not giving him all of the responsibilities that he's giving, in fact, to a guy who is known to be a traitor, who betrayed him and they had proof of it, but he prefers to trust a man like him. I think that in fact he might have more respect for that traitor than for his son, in the sense that at least they think the same, they play the same game. It's like that. The traitor being a traitor, even leaving Osaka, he committed another betrayal, being like, see, I'm forced to obey to my lord, I'm forced. Just know that I'm still playing for you. Like, even when they run away, he did that. So yes, we had that beautiful moment when that warrior died, Mariko's husband, and we had also that cool moment with the two boats trying to escape from Osaka, but fighting also against each other with Rodriguez. Are you gonna let him pass or not? And in fact, you're paying your debt because the Anjin was the one to motivate everyone to look for you and to save you. So you paid your debt right there. You let him pass, and he's still alive right now, and he's gonna be more useful because he accepted to be Amato? No. He accepted that role of learning them how to fight like European people, you know? To stay like that. To have his men back also. It would be interesting to see how the reunion is gonna be between him and his men. They didn't live the same thing, you know, and I can imagine that they got tortured or stuff like that. We'll see about it. You know, right there he was a guest all along, so he had some privileges that his men maybe didn't have. So yes, the previous episode was pretty cool. We continued to play with all of the political aspects, with the fact that the Lord resigned, so now they have a council, but they can't, you know, order for him to get killed, because in fact the council is not... can't function. They miss someone, one person into it. Who is gonna take that place? And I wanna watch, it's gonna take time. More time? Cool. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have these episodes earlier with a longer reaction part with the level 2, with the full reaction part with the level 3. It's the best way to support me. I'm a little reactor and I have so many issues with YouTube, so really each little help can be appreciated, truly helpful. If you want to help me also, just right there on YouTube, you can, you know, follow my channel, you can like, comment, everything, you know, to make the algorithm work, function a little more. Consider me a little more. If you can, it can be appreciated. Let's go for this episode. Come on, he's gonna be nice to you. Yeah.
味のでは所持番が整っておりましょう。拙者の思いが抜かりなく陣頭指揮を取りますね。それはありがたい。両親が父上の後釜に奴らが操り人形を任命してしまう前に我が隊を仕上げておくのは後釜。
He resigned.
広松に命じておいたのじゃ。大阪を出発次第、大老職を辞せると期した書状を届けるようなことだ。なんと大老職を辞されたと。やむを得なかったんでな。好きなご沙汰が届くまではわしの首の寮につなげたままにしておこう。
And you should remember that.
ヤブシゲ様です。All loyal to Toaranaga様。
But again, you have to trust the traitor.
嘘という姿勢を変えばよかった。Anjin様、this is only Sama, the lord of this village.
As we met, oil shower. Tuck yourself, you sniveling little shipwreck. 一郎ご到着を待ちわけておりましたぞ。お聞きくだされ。Yabushige様。我が配下の者どもに拝謁と賜りますれば、これに勝るようなございません。我が防衛して一連卓上の同志、葦木藪重殿の軍勢に目通りが叶い、喜ばしく思うぞ。今や国運が日の本を大安としておる。我らは太閤殿下のご意志を汚す者どもに天気が下されんことを。この吉井虎長、そなたらの志に頭を下げます。
Talking about loyalty and all. They are ready to serve you as well. He's going back on his boat. Maybe it's safer, you know. But for you, not sure.
Look, maybe you can help me here. ご自分の船をお行きになりたいのでございます。What now? Let go.
I'm afraid you are forbidden from boarding without permission.
My own ship, my pistols, and my men. Keep asking to see them.
Your men were brought to Toaranaga-sama's city of Edo for their safety.
Your lord and I had an arrangement. That ship and its crew now belong to me.
You're quite mistaken.
No.
Your ship and crew now belong to Toaranaga-sama. And he will use them as he wishes.
You're working for him.
Well, thank you for the clarification.
Not as a free man. I think that's what you misunderstood.
Everything here has been prepared specially by your staff.
You're not working where you're supposed to work.
You will find your sleeping room as well as Fuji-Sama's room. And the guest room where I will be staying.
For sure you're gonna live under the same roof.
Wait a minute. How long am I expected to be here?
Nagakata-sama says drilling will take at least 6 months.
Sorry. 6 months.
You agreed to train these men, you remember?
I do, yes. For the return of my men and my ship.
As Hadamoto, you have been given a home, a generous salary of 240 koku a year.
I don't want any generous cuckoos. Well, I'm sure she's very nice, but I don't want a woman. It was to go on, Neo.
In any case, she will look after your house and your servants, handle your financial matters. To refuse would be a terrible insult to our lord.
You have no choice.
I do refuse. 6 months. 虎長め、大阪では単に命を救われておきながら、後足で砂をかけるような真似。
He didn't know that he was saving his life.
しておめや。ナンバー0の件を虎長に密告しよった不届き者が見つかったが、まだ見つかっておりません。
We know who he is.
お前殿はまだお若い。足の村を一目で扱うのは人には重すぎましょう。
If at some point he's killing you during your sleep, you're not gonna ask where it's coming from, you know.
If I may, I believe Fuji-Sama merits better. She's my late husband's niece, accomplished and highborn, and recently her husband and infant son were put to death. Her husband had insulted Ishido-sama, and something had to be done in order to prevent bloodshed.
Shouldn't you be grieving then? Instead of following around ruined Englishmen?
The grief those who
She has no choice. Her as well.
continuing their fight.
Rubbish. Child has no fight.
It gives her a place.
A role to play.
I didn't know it hurt to look
You
at
can
her.
give her that at least.
Do you know the Eightfold fence? From the time we are small, It is something we are taught to build within ourselves. An impenetrable wall behind which we can retreat whenever we need. Do not be fooled by our politeness, our bows, our maze of rituals. Beneath it all, it could be a great distance away, safe, and alone.
What is it? Dragons. Accept your fate.
Fuji-Sama insists it is forbidden to bring weapons today.
Nonsense. Your people bring swords wherever they go.
He says guns are different. We must turn them over.
Ah! I was gonna say it! The consort can take
If
them.
it comes to Fuji-Sama, she's your consort. She will give her life to defend them.
Yes!
I will defend myself.
Anjin-sama!
She's gonna defend them and she's gonna stay with you no matter what, so she can give them to you if needed.
Tell this milk dribbling will fucks me and I'm ready to go.
She's not the translator.
Oh.
No! You're gonna appreciate her now.
That's very good. Very good. Would you mind hitting the wedge?
They know how to use a cannon. If they know how to use guns and they had cannons.
Prime, now clear arms. Fire! Clear arms and fire!
Did it.
数のこととは物が違うのかもしれんな。
Hmm?
Prime.
Writing what?
今一度。
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 That's great. You need to learn how to speak.